are back yet again with Justin's journey through old pay-per-views he didn't get to see as a child. This time, like I said, Unforgiven 2002. I'm guessing that this was the pay-per-view directly after SummerSlam because there were a lot of repeat matches. But let's get to it. First match saw Booker T, Bubba Ray, Dudley, Goldust, and Kane take on the Un-Americans, which is the same three dudes from last time: Christian, Lance Storm, and Test. But this time they had William Regal. The face team ends up getting the win. Kane hits a choke slam for the win. Kane had a funky looking mask on that I was not used to. So, but there you go. Kane was doing his thing. It was an okay match, nothing too crazy, but good opener. Like I said, a rematch. We got Chris Jericho versus Ric Flair. At SummerSlam, Ric Flair made Jericho tap out to the figure four. In this one, Jericho makes Flair tap out to the walls of Jericho after, Jericho was pretending like he was hurt. Everyone turned their back. They were looking to get attention on him. He fooled them all, gets the walls, making them tap out. I personally like the SummerSlam match more than this one. Just personal opinion. Although I do like Chris Jericho winning. That was a good time. But as far as the match itself, like I said, personally like the SummerSlam one a little bit more. Another rematch, we got Eddie Guerrero versus Edge. SummerSlam, Edge beat Eddie Guerrero with a spear. This one, I liked this match better than the SummerSlam one, actually. Good action back and forth. These two, they had good chemistry. They knew what they were doing. It's Edge and Eddie Guerrero. Top rope sunset flip power bomb for the win on Edge, even though he also did need the tights. Although I don't think he needed the tights because that move was so sick. Really cool ending to the match. Eddie Guerrero out here doing his thing. Personally just like this one. Just not a ton better, but just a little bit better than their SummerSlam one. Then we got the boys, Jamal and Rosie. No idea who those guys are, but Jamal looked kind of like Umaga without face paint. I'm going to just go ahead and say it was Umaga. Rest in peace to Umaga. Cool to see him. No idea who Rosie was. If Rosie is some dude that I'm supposed to know, I'm so sorry. They beat Billy Gunn and was it Billy and Chuck? I don't remember. All I remember is Billy Gunn got beat by a really huge, sweet-looking Samoan drop and whatever. And then all of a sudden at the end of this match, they're saying that because of this result, Stephanie McMahon's going to have to be involved in some hot lesbian action later. Where was I during Unforgiven 2002? Hallelujah. And then I also learned that apparently the belts had been split by this point because we got Triple H versus Rob Van Dam for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jerry the King Lawler made so many weed jokes. And you guys know me, I'm not a big RVD guy, so I was on board with the RVD weed jokes. I was dying every time. And finally, JR is like, Jerry, you gotta knock this. You're giving RVD too much of a hard time. RVD had the nerve to hit the water spit. Once I saw RVD hit the water spit, I knew there was no chance in hell he was winning this match. No way do you get to hit the water spit and win. It's one or the other. Triple H doesn't let that fly. Another referee knockdown in this match, running the total to like 14 in the 3 pay-per-views I've watched. Long live the ref knockdown and everyone freaking out. I mark out every time I see it. It's becoming a running joke. RVD ends up hitting the frog splat, the 5-star on Triple H, but there's no ref. Crowd's counting. Jerry Lawler's like, Triple H is smart. He knows he doesn't need to kick out. There's no ref. But then Triple H hits a low blow. The ref's not paying attention. Ric Flair comes in with a sledgehammer. It's looking like this is going to be the time where he turns on Triple H and hits him. But he doesn't. He hits RVD. Was this the beginning of Evolution? I have no idea. We'll find out. So Triple H gets the win. Then we got Trish Stratus versus Molly Holly. I like Trish Stratus. She wins with a bulldog. Nothing too crazy here. Then Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. Still weird to watch Chris Benoit matches, but these two dudes are really good wrestlers. Really awesome match. It went on for a while, and it deserved the time it got. Kurt Angle tried to use the ropes at the end and he got caught, but then Benoit used the ropes and didn't. Chris Benoit gets the victory in a really solid match that I enjoyed watching. Then we got Stephanie McMahon come out for her hot lesbian action, and it starts going on, and Eric Bischoff's like, I changed my mind. Brings in a different person, start doing weird stuff. All of a sudden, the big fat chick super kicks Eric Bischoff, ends up being Rikishi, and Rikishi goes stink face on the world. So that's what happens, I guess. No hot lesbian action. Main event of the night is a match that we will see upcoming at WrestleMania 30. Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Update. Still biker taker. Still not okay with it. But Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, it's two dudes that I'm big fans of. I liked the story early in the match. Undertaker kept throwing Brock out of the ring. And Brock was just getting so heated. He just could not handle it. Like, he had never been manhandled like this before. But then he ended up working his amateur wrestling in. And then they pointed out that no one had ever, taken advantage of the Undertaker like this before. So it was a good story back and forth. They kept saying something about an unborn child. I don't know what this storyline was, but they kept mentioning Undertaker's wife Sarah and Brock Lesnar did something. I don't know. All of a sudden, randomly during the match, also, these matches are fun to watch, not knowing the storyline going in or what's happening at the time. Because Matt Hardy randomly runs in, and I'm like, what in the blue hell is Matt Hardy doing here? Another ref knockdown throughout. Incredible. This match actually ends up, the ref calls for a double DQ after the dudes would just not calm down, and he got sick of getting beat up. But they continue brawling. They have refs come out. Undertaker gets a choke slam in the ring. Heyman gets Brock to leave. They're walking up the ramp, but Taker goes after him. And boy, am I glad he did, because they start going at it a little more. Because the crowd was a little pissed at the double DQ. But then after they started brawling more, they kind of forgave him. And especially when Undertaker throws Brock Lesnar through the big Unforgiven sign. That was awesome. That's the way the show goes off the air. Third pay-per-view down. I can check it off the list. Unforgiven. Next is No Mercy 2002. And again, I don't know why, because I don't look at the cards. So stay tuned. Next review will be No Mercy 2002. Goodbye.